Hey everybody, it is Mr. Wonderful. I am back. I did not vanish. It has taken me a couple weeks to get over what the last movie review was, but I did not vanish with the snap of a finger. I am still here, no need to worry, and today we are talking Deadpool 2, which is out now. Ryan Reynolds the star, Josh Brolin, another Josh Brolin movie. Josh Brolin as Cable, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. And just going to come right out of the bat and say it. This is a very good sequel. This is a good movie. It keeps pace with the first one. At times, it falls into the sequel tropes, but to really dive into this movie, I gotta say that the action is upped in this one from the first one. David Leitch coming in and kind of you have that feel of his. It has more action to it as opposed to the comedy aspect of the first one. Not saying there's not comedy here, because there's a lot of comedy here, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But the thing that really stood out to me is that this has a lot more action to it and a lot more emphasis on the action sequences when you are in those action sequences, and I know that comes down to the director, David Leitch, who obviously is behind the John Wick films and was a director on those as well. But really, this is a movie that it still feels fresh. It still feels very different from all the other comic book movies we're getting. It's very aware of what it is. The script, again, very fresh. At moments gives a lot of nods and winks to you as the audience member, because they know that you're in on the fun. They know that you're there for the fun, and it does a good job at doing that for you. It takes a lot of moments as well, just really to develop the characters again more so. We see Deadpool picking up from where he was at the end of the first film, where he's still that kind of doing his own thing, working alone, beating up bad guys and killing them left and right and taking them all down and all that. And then eventually he's thrown into a bit of a tailspin, which takes him to starting to focus on working with a team. This is a non-spoiler review as well, so obviously I'm not going to tell you a lot of the stuff that happens that causes him to go into that tailspin, but this is a film that's willing to do what a lot of sequels, I feel, don't do. Sequels normally just double down on the things that worked in the first one and keep doing that, and then it starts to get lazy midway through. This is a film that, yes, it's doubling down on the things that worked, and it's going to do a lot of the things that you remember from the first one that works really, really well, but it takes its time as well to do some things that are different, to put Deadpool in situations where we know he can't die, but maybe he is in a situation and things occur that put him in danger or put people around him that he loves in more danger than what he's capable of handling. So this is a film that I think does a very good job at that. Reynolds, once again, delivers an amazing performance as Deadpool. It's as if this was the role for him. This is the role that he essentially is born to play. Not Green Lantern, Deadpool. And this version of Deadpool, not the Wolverine Origins version of Deadpool. This is the version of Deadpool that Ryan Reynolds clearly has been born to play. Josh Brolin, fantastic job as Cable. Just the entire cast, once again, even TJ Miller, for as much as I don't want to give that guy any form of praise right now, he does a good job in his part again. Everybody comes back that you love from the first one, and they're just... I just really love the fact that the script was willing to dive a little bit deeper into these characters, because again, sequels tend to just kind of rely on the fact of, you know what we did in the first one, here it is again, and here's what we're giving you again. And this was willing to do some things and kind of go a little bit more into character development and the heart of Deadpool, and I think that was a big key to this movie as well, is that the first movie works really well because there's a lot of you have that heartbeat throughout the course of the film. You can feel the care throughout it. You can feel the heartbeat of the movie, and this is another one that really focuses on that kind of heartbeat of the filming. It keeps the pace of this movie going. It is close to 2 hours, so it is a little bit more of a time commitment than the first one, but it never really drags. There are some moments where it does slow down a little bit because, it just has to. but it never feels like you're really there for an extended period of time. You're never really like kind of checking your phone or looking at your watch wondering when is this going to end. You're there for the ride, and this is a movie that knows that you're there for the ride. It knows that you're there for kind of a break from the normal superhero stuff, especially what we got with Infinity War. And what we're going to get with Ant-Man and Wasp in a couple weeks as well, or a couple months, I should say, about a month. It knows that it's kind of that subversive, meta, different feel for a comic book film, and they did a very good job with this one. They did a great job with this one. Now, there are moments where, because of its meta-ness and because of its unseriousness throughout, where you are kind of taken out of the moments at times, but it's never for too long. It's never like you're taken out of an entire sequence. The jokes hit, the jokes are fresh. This movie is just a really fun, enjoyable time. I just can't say, I can't give it enough praise. It really exceeded my expectations because, you know, you go, man, they struck lightning in a bottle with this first one. How do you top number one? And I think that they give you a very good sequel, a very worthy sequel for you Deadpool fans. And I definitely think that this is a film that you have to see in theaters, especially if you saw the first one. I mean, even my own father, who only saw the first one on home video, saw this film already in theaters on its opening weekend, and that, I think, speaks volume to what the first film did, and speaks volume to the fact that you were able to put a sequel out there that stands up as well and can stand on its own legs, or its own baby legs, right there next to the first film as well. Great job. I give it 4 out of 5 meatballs. I think you definitely have to check this film out, and I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for checking out this review. Be back again next week with the big release. The Solo movie review will be coming your way. Solo, a Star Wars story. Sorry, that movie review will be coming your way next week. Please subscribe to the channel. There will be more videos coming your way as the summer season keeps approaching. We got more movies coming out. Incredibles 2, Ocean's 8, Jurassic World 2 will be coming out, Hereditary. So there'll be a lot of movie reviews coming your way soon. Thank you guys again for giving this a check out. Give me a follow on Twitter at @wonderful_radio, where I tweet about a lot of things, movies, sports, all that stuff. But thanks again, guys, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll talk to you all in a couple days. Bye.